Thank you very much.
Okay, excellent. Hi, yes, so I'm Emma Moody. I work for the Lancashire National Park. I know some of you know me already because I grew up in Gosforth, but for those that don't, really nice to meet you and great to see so many of you here today. So thanks for your time. Right, I'm going to keep this short because I want to make sure the main thing is there's plenty of time for questions from all of you. So I'll just keep it brief, but obviously do ask me more afterwards if there's things I haven't covered in enough detail. So my sort of brief was to talk about the shuttle bus mainly. I do quite a lot of other stuff, but I'll focus in on the shuttle bus because that seems to be the thing that you particularly wanted me to talk about, which is great. And focusing on what's happening at the moment and not going into what the future plans may be, because that's to be determined following your discussions. The shuttle bus, as you probably know, is running. It's a shame we couldn't have met before that, because I was very keen that we did. We had feedback from the parish meeting. We had quite a lot of feedback, but it's a shame we didn't have this opportunity earlier. But at least this gives us a chance to feed in your comments for whatever happens next year, whether that's a shuttle bus or something else entirely. So you've seen the action plan. And you'll see that the shuttle bus is quite a key part of that. So the objective of it is to reduce parking and traffic pressures further up the valley by encouraging people to travel in a different way. It acts as a park and ride from Nether Wasdale, from the field there, but also it's connecting up with Ravenglass, with the trains there, and with Muncaster Castle, so people can visit both in a day. And we sort of trialled that at the start and end of the day last year, and we found that there's quite a demand for that, so we're putting in an extra journey in the middle of the day this year, because clearly if people don't drive at all, the impact is lower, but we need to recognise a lot of people will continue to drive, so there the objective is to capture them on a busy day before they start going up the valley when all the car parks are full. So it's a partnership project. We as the National Park do a lot of the bulk of the work in getting it going. That's not just me, but my colleagues, you probably know Marcus, our visitor management officer. He's been brilliant, done a lot of work getting all the posters and signs up and everything. And also Adam, the area ranger, who is out and about a lot. And we've still got this small team that are involved in this, as well as other things. I think I hasten to add, because I do cover the whole of the Lake District, so I can't put as much time into Wasdale as I would like to, but having said that, I put almost as much, at the moment I'm putting as much time into Wasdale as I do the entire rest of the Lake District. So this is a real focus for us, because we appreciate the pressures that you're under at the moment. So this year the bus is funded through the GDF Community Fund, which we applied for. It's quite challenging because we sort of go from year to year trying to bring in money from wherever we can. We don't have a set budget for it, which means it makes it more difficult to plan things ahead, get the information out a long time in advance, which we know that is needed, but we literally can't, because we don't know whether we're going to be able to run it until the last minute. But we do our best once we do know we've got the funding, and work absolutely flat out to get everything in place. So this year it's going to run all weekends and bank holidays to the 15th of September. Again, we can't run as many days as we'd like to because of the funding constraints, but we pick on the days that are, from our past experience, the busiest time of year. But of course it's quite difficult to predict because it's so weather dependent. You know, you can have a beautiful day. You know, the last weekend in September might be absolutely gorgeous and the valley is absolutely full, and everyone will be saying, why didn't you run it then instead of in May when it poured down all weekend? But of course we have to plan in advance. We can't just look at the weather forecast the day before, like all our visitors do, and plan based on that. Just to say that it will be running more than 28 days this year, which means that we do need to put in for planning permission to open the Nether Wasdale car park for more than 28 days. I think it'll be running 34 days, so it's only 6 days, but as the planning authority, we obviously need to play exactly by the rules, and so that we have asked for planning permission to be put in for that field, so that it can open for the full 34 days of the season. Next year, of course, it depends. I think we all would like to make sure it's more holistically run, links better with other things going on in the valley, because of course this is just one small part of what may be able to help solve some of the traffic problems in the valley. So, but you know, a lot of that is up to yourselves, and I look forward to your questions.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much, Emma. So.